Hi and welcome back to a library of books and daydreams. So today I'm here to start another vlog. I've been vlogging for the past week or so and then I finished up on Friday in preparation for starting a very exciting vlog today. It is Monday, I have no idea what date it is because I'm not wearing my Fitbit, 18th of January. And this is going to be a vlog that lasts for as long as I read the book I'm about to read. To keep you in suspense a little longer, I'm just going to unwrap this parcel first. This is a vlog that will probably only centre around the book I'm reading pretty much, but if I get book mail I may as well show you in this video, so I thought we may as well unwrap this while I chat. So I had to just bump my order up for something else to go over the free postage limit, which is dangerous. So I finally ordered some books that I've wanted for a while and I've actually read in a different format and wanted to own my own copy. So they don't add to my TBR, which is really nice. So the first one is The Crow Rider by Kaylin Josephson. This is the sequel to The Storm Crow. I was just looking at The Storm Crow on my shelf the other day and thinking, hey, I don't own a copy of The Crow Rider because I read it on NetGalley as a Kindle ARC, an ebook edition, so before it came out, so I thought, you know what, let's just add the hardback that matches the Storm. What's it called? The Storm Crow? The Storm Crow. So they will look really nice together. I'm just going to fit it on my shelf now. I'm going to check the naked hardcover is not as pretty as the Storm Crow, but it is nice and like bronze, but the Storm Crow has like stars all over the cover and lightning. It's really nice. So yeah, I'm going to add that to my collection. And the other one in this parcel is Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. I read this one and the Bane Chronicles because I borrowed them from a friend years ago, so I have never owned my own editions, but Courtney bought me a copy of the Bane Chronicles for Christmas, so I thought I need to own my own copy of Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. I also now have Ghost of the Shadow Market, so I'll have all of them next to each other, which is nice. So that is my book mail. Anyway, I feel like I've kept you in suspense for long enough and I will show you the book that I'm going to be reading this week, which is Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I had absolutely no intention of reading this anytime soon, and then I basically have a week now between uni, so I finished my assignment from last semester and I don't start my next semester for a week. And I was like, hey, what can I do? I'm on furlough from my job, like what can I do to fill this this week? So I decided, let's finally read this brick. This is Alex's, I think it was Alex's favourite book from 2019. Alex can correct me on that if I'm wrong. And I think she read it in a week, so my boyfriend half jokingly challenged me to read it quicker, and I'm going to try, so hopefully I will read this in less than a week, but we will see. I am 50 pages in right now. I read it in the bath, which was a feat because this is a brick and it's very heavy. But yeah, so I'm going to try and read this. I'm just going to read you the synopsis from the front cover flap thing. So it says, a world divided, a queendom without an heir, an ancient enemy awakens. The house of Berethnet. I really apologise for any mispronunciations because I did look in the glossary and I couldn't find pronunciations for stuff, so I'm going to go for it. So the house of Berethnet has ruled Innis for 1,000 years. Still unwed, Queen Sabran IX must conceive a daughter to protect her realm from destruction, but assassins are creeping closer to her door. Ede Durin is an outsider at court. Though she has risen to the position of lady-in-waiting, she is loyal to a hidden society of mages. Ede keeps a watchful eye on Sabran, secretly protecting her with forbidden magic. Across the dark sea, Tane has trained to be a dragon rider since she was a child, but is forced to make a choice that could see her life unravel. Meanwhile, the divided East and West refuse to parley, and forces of chaos are rising from their sleep. So yeah, from what I've gathered so far in this book, there is a lot of characters and there is a lot of like places and stuff, and I'm probably going to have to refer to the glossary a little bit because I am a little bit confused, and also I find I overly confuse myself by not reading the chapter headings when I start a new chapter. So this goes from like east to west, I think. Yeah, so I'm just about getting to grips with the character. I'm 52 pages in or something. Yeah, 52 pages in. Just getting to grips with like the characters and their positions in the story, and reading that has kind of helped centre it for me. So yeah, I'm basically going to update you every day with what I'm thinking of the story. This will probably have spoilers in it. Don't really know, because I try and like restrain from talking about them, but because I'm talking about the specific book, it'll probably have spoilers in. So if you haven't read The Priory of the Orange Tree, this might not be the video for you right now. But yeah, so I will speak to you again either tonight or tomorrow when I have read some more of this book and see what I'm thinking about it. So bye for now. Hello! It is my day 2 of reading Priory of the Orange Tree. So my second day. I started it yesterday morning and I read kind of throughout the day, read a bit last night, and then I've read a lot today, and I am this far in. I am a quarter of the way through, just over I think. I am on page 206. So yeah, I am getting through this a little bit quicker than I thought I would. So I purposely chose this week to read this book because I don't have much else on. I'm not at work, I'm not at uni or anything this week, so not until next week now. So I purposely chose this week so I could really focus on reading it, because I really wanted to be able to just like, not storm through it, but do like a proper like readathon. So yeah, I am already a quarter of the way through, which is nice. And hopefully I will be, so I'm at 206 now, so hopefully I'll be like between 250 to 300 pages by the end of the day. I tend to read about 50 pages at a time, I think, which is quite a chunk for like a big fantasy book. So yeah, thoughts so far? I'm enjoying it, but I'm very confused. I feel like this with a lot of like fantasy, high fantasy, and political fantasy. It is, if it's dense, which I feel like, not that this is dense, it's like quite easily readable, but if there's a lot of elements to it, I do find it hard to follow. And if like the tense changes or the place changes, which it does in this, I also find it hard to follow, or if like the point of view is changing all the time, which it does in this, and if there's like a lot of different elements and a lot of characters, I can find it a little bit hard. So I am feeling like I'm walking through treacle, like it's a little bit difficult to grasp everything that's going on, but it's not hindering my enjoyment, because usually when I feel like when I read fantasy like that, I struggle to read it, like I just don't want to pick it up, because I'm not that I'm not enjoying it, but I find it difficult to read, so I don't want to pick it up. Whereas with this, I'm like finding it quite enthralling, and I still want to pick it up and read it, even though I'm finding it a bit difficult to like pick apart all the specific elements of it. I'm trying to remember to use the glossary, because there is like a big glossary of like names and places and like what their roles in the story are and stuff. So I'm trying to remember to use that, and I think I need to like have a bit more of a look through that as I'm reading it. But yeah, I'm finding it quite easy to read. I just like with any point of view books, I'm preferring some bits over other bits, so I'm preferring the west to the east, I think, because this is like split into the west and the east, and I think the west is the palace and the east is like the sea. That's the easiest way to describe it in my head right now. But I really like the palace setting, and I really like Eid and Sabran, and like learning about the royals and the court and the queen. So I find that really interesting, so I'm enjoying that side of it a bit more. I am enjoying the other stories, I just find that like latching onto Eid's story helps, it helps me like pick apart what's happening in the story, and I know some of the characters are like coming together now. But yeah, I think the more I read this, hopefully the more things come to light, especially if I use the glossary and stuff. I have tabbed like a couple of things in here because I've loved the quote or it made me laugh. So there was a bit here that said, I found this last night, and it says, "You have not seen death, my lord. You have only seen the mask we put on it," which I really liked, so I tabbed that. And then I came across something that made me laugh as an insult this morning, which said, "No, I do not, you witless cabbage," which I loved so much that I felt like I had to tab it. So I thought that was amazing. You witless cabbage. So yeah, that is my experience so far. As I said, I'm going to carry on and read like hopefully another 50 plus pages today, 50 to 100 maybe, and then yeah, carry on tomorrow. So definitely enjoying it, getting through it, but it is like an epic fantasy, so I feel like I'm in a bit of a daze, but that's just me. So I will update you again tomorrow. And yeah, I'll speak to you then. Hey, it's day 3 of this vlog, I believe, and I am getting through Priory of the Orange Tree. I'm like 300, just over 300 pages through, 311 pages through. I've just read another like 60 pages. So yeah, I got to like 250 last night, and then I read another like 50 pages. I just got to like a quote that I need to tab that I think is like one of the most popular quotes of this book, but I loved it. And it says, I swear it was on this page, there we go. "No woman should be made to fear that she was not enough." Which I need to tab because that is a good quote, and also yeah, I think it's one of the most popular quotes of this book. When I was looking at quotes yesterday, that one kept coming up. But anyway, rambling about random quotes, I am really enjoying this book more today than I was yesterday. I feel like I'm reaching a point where I'm like understanding a little bit more about what's going on and like who is who and what they are doing. Really enjoying still the bits with the palace, especially like those are like my favourite parts to read about. And Sabran the queen, and Eid, who is her lady's maid. There's a name for it and I can't remember the name right now. But yeah, I feel like I'm enjoying it more. I feel like I know more about what's going on. I don't believe that Sabran is pregnant right now. Something seems like it's sketchy right there, I don't know. But yeah, I'm getting more invested in this book. I really, really like the interactions with the dragons. I've just read the bit with, what is her name? Tane? I don't know how to pronounce it. And her dragon, which has like a really long name that I don't even know how to begin to pronounce. Yeah, I really like that. This is like, one of the things I forgot to say about this the other day or yesterday was the fact that I didn't realise the dragons were like throughout the book. I expected them to like turn up at some point and then they were just like there and we'd like, as soon as we started the book, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, they don't appear, I don't know why I didn't think they were at the start, but yeah, I thought that was nice. But yeah, anyway, just rambling really. I am enjoying it, and yeah, getting into it a bit more now. Getting through it quicker than I thought I would, so that's really nice. So I am going to read a bit more, and then I'm going to go on this, because this just arrived today, and I really want to see what it's like, so I'm just going to kind of load it up and just see what it's like, and then carry on with my day. So that's my plan really for the rest of the day. It's so grim here, I don't know if you can even hear the rain on my window. But it's raining here today and it's really dark, so yeah, it's a good day for reading. So I'll carry on reading now for a bit, and I will probably speak to you tomorrow, so bye for now. Hi everyone, it's been a couple of days since I updated everyone on my reading of the Priory of the Orange Tree. I am now just over 500 pages through, so I have like 300 pages to go. It might be a bit ambitious to say that I'm hoping to finish this tomorrow. So I've got like 150 pages to read today and then 150 to read tomorrow. Already read 50 today. I am still really enjoying this book, but I'm finding that like I do prefer one point of view over the others. which is the point of view of Eid. Now, Eid does seem to be the main kind of storyline, like a lot of, as we go further through the book, I've noticed that a lot of it seems to be focused on Eid, which is cool, which is really nice because I do really like the story of Eid, and I'm following that one probably a little bit more than the others. It just means that like when the other points of view kind of turn up, I just like get a bit confused by them. Yeah, so I'm enjoying that. I'm also loving Arlak, I think is how you pronounce it, which is Eid's pet. So he was brought up in the Priory of the Orange Tree by Eid and somebody else. And he is a... whether I will even pronounce this right if I do find the word. Ichneumon? Or Ichneumon? Which I'm going to put a picture here of what Samantha Shannon said they look like, because I had to Google it because I was like, I can't picture him, and they talk about him having like paws and stuff, and I was like, I don't think it's a dog, like I don't know what it is. So I googled it and it came up with this tweet from Samantha Shannon before Priory was released that said, if you're wondering like what he looks like, this is what you should picture. And he looks adorable, or at least in my head he looks adorable. So yeah, he's like one of my favourite things about the book, so loving that. So yeah, as I said, I'm hoping to finish this tomorrow. We will see what happens. I will probably update you tomorrow now with the rest of my progress, so I'll see you then. Hi, welcome to the end of my Priory vlog. So I finished this absolute beast last night. As you can see from my videos, I actually tabbed this book. This is the first book I've ever properly tagged. I think I tagged some quotes in Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour when I read it, but this is the first one that I've kind of, I don't know, actively gone through and tagged some of the quotes that I really liked. So yeah, it doesn't have many, but it has some. And I really enjoyed doing that, and I kind of tried to keep with like an orangey yellow colour scheme as well. I feel like I should have thrown some blue in there as well, but yeah, so finished this last night. It took me 6 days-ish. Yeah, I started it on Monday, finished it Saturday night, so it took me about 6 days. I was reading 100 to 200 pages a day. I think the biggest day I had was 200. But yeah, so I really enjoyed it, but also I still don't know what happened. Like I do and I don't, but also like the amount of characters and the fantasy, like the kind of political elements and the royal elements of the world still confuse me. There is just so many characters to get to grips with, which I think is the problem for me, that I struggled to focus on all of their stories and I kind of latched onto one. So as some people have said, this book does kind of come together at the end, and it definitely does, and I agree with that. So like all of the characters kind of come together in the last like 100 pages-ish, and I really liked seeing that. I just felt like because I was struggling to focus on all of their stories, I kind of only cared about one of them, or like a couple of them, which I didn't like, you know. But I always find that I do struggle with high fantasy sometimes, like epic fantasies, especially if there's a lot of elements of like political elements or royalty, or like courts. Most of the time I'm fine, and then with some it just goes over my head a bit, and this was one of them. But it doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it. Like I still really enjoyed it. I'm just sad that I didn't understand it quite as much as I wanted to. I really liked Eid's story. I think she's called Edez. She was just a lovely character. I really liked her. I kind of see her as the main character, like the book kind of focuses on her more in the end, and her relationship with the Queen Sabran was beautiful, and some of the scenes between them I just absolutely loved. I also loved the connection with like mythical beasts and animals, and how the animals would talk, especially the dragons. They were amazing. And what is his name? I've talked about him a bit in my vlog already, because I was saying that I didn't know what he was. Arlak, yeah, who is Ichneumon. He was great, he was amazing, and I loved all the characters. Like the mythical characters, mythical beings. But yeah, I feel like I would benefit from a reread of this immediately, or like an audio reread, just because I feel like it's the kind of book that I feel like would keep on giving, and it might be more enjoyable the second or third time round, just because like once you know more about the story and you've read it once, you can kind of read it again and grasp different elements of it that you didn't see before, and I think that is amazing. So I definitely see myself, probably not yet, but like in the future rereading this, either in physical format or in audio format. I think I'd have found it difficult to read it on audio the first time round. I'm glad I read the physical format, and I completely read the physical format, like I didn't read it on audio at all. But I feel like a reread on audio could be quite nice. So yeah, overall thoughts, I think 4 stars. It feels like the kind of book that if I understood everything that was going on, it would have been 5 easily. It was just that, unfortunately, the confusion left me with a little bit of disconnect to the characters and their story. So definitely a solid 4-star read. Did really enjoy it and loved a lot of the elements of it, and I'm really looking forward to reading more from Samantha Shannon. I've actually read the Bone season before, just the first one, and although I had a similar problem with that I found it hard to like connect with, I did follow it easier, so I want to reread that and then carry on with the series, especially with The Mask Falling coming out. So yeah, quite enjoyed this one. Glad I finally read it, even though I found it a bit daunting, didn't find it as kind of daunting as I thought I would, so that's nice. And yeah, that's kind of it. I hope you enjoyed following this vlog with me. If you did enjoy it, please let me know, because I can do more vlogs like this where it's like a specific book that you follow me reading, or a series or something like that. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing this vlog, so thank you so much for watching if you did, and I'm going to leave you with some clips of the snow because it started snowing this morning, so I went out and took some video of it because it was just so beautiful, and it's really thick now outside, and I'm glad I don't have to go anywhere today. So I will leave you with those clips, but before those I will just say thank you for watching, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more like this, and I will see you next time. Bye!